Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to the first session of English. Myself Shakil Momin. Today's lesson from English textbook. You have to open a textbook to page number 3 and see that you have your textbook in front of you, because I'm going to explain the lesson Life, which is a poem written by a poetess, Charlotte Bronte. Life is a poem telling you what life is like, how short, how sweet, how different it is, how we got to move with life. Charlotte Bronte is telling us that what other people say about life, what people have done about life, what is the acrostics about life. Life means lesson, interest, fulfillment, eternal. Apart from that, let me start with the poem itself. And most important, I have written most of the meaning that is there in the poem itself. That's on the board. You can take a screenshot of the same and go ahead with it. Write everything you write in your English textbook must be written with pencil. Keep that in mind. Let's begin with the poem. Life by Charlotte Bronte. Life, believe, is not a dream. Dream, a nightmare, something when you sleep and you see while you're sleeping, and yet your eyes are open in your nightmare. That is called a dream. So we cannot call life as a dream. Life is actually reality, not realty, and we got to take it into working with what has been said by many people in yesteryears or the ancestral period. So dark as sages say. Sages, the meaning of the word sages is saints, holy people, sacred people in that case. So dark as sages say. Sages or saints are telling that life is just a dark tunnel, where every tunnel has an opening. So obviously when there is an opening, there has to be an ending also to it. Therefore sage call life as a dark tunnel where there is always an opening at the other end. After little morning rain. Oft is a short form of the complete word often, which I have not written on the board. You have to write down yourself. OFTEN is a complete word. Out here the word oft, OFT, is written. Oft a little morning rain foretells a pleasant day. That means when you get up early in the morning and you find there is light drizzle in the morning, and you see clear skies out there, the road is wet, there is no dust, there is no pollution, the air is pure and fresh and clean and green, it means the day is going to be pleasant, the day is going to be happy, the day is going to be fruitful in the whole day for you because of the early morning rain. Any questions? You are most welcome to ask me for the first 4 lines or the first stanza of this poem, Life. Next stanza. Sometimes there are clouds of gloom. The word gloom means sadness, griefness, demise or regrets, where life has ups and downs in itself, where we people have to face good days, bad days, ups and downs, where we have to go with things in a manner of working, where everything cannot be always happy. Like the sun comes at its time, the moon comes at its time, the whole day rotates. You come to school, you go home, everything is scheduled, everything is timed out, everything is periodic. That means everything comes and goes as it has been planned by the God, by nature, by the will of God itself. But these are transient. Transient means temporary. Obviously you go to school, you are in school for a few hours, then you come back home, have your lunch, sleep you take a siesta, you sleep for a half an hour or 1 hour, and then you move on for tuitions, and then you come back again, you enjoy your remaining part of the day, then you go in for your other entertainments or agreements. So all these are temporary, all these are transient. That means everything will come and go at its scheduled time. If the showers will make the roses bloom, oh, why lament its fall? Obviously, you may have seen flowers coming up. If you have heard of the hibiscus flower or the China rose, it comes only for 24 hours. It comes early in the morning. It's a bud in the morning. It blooms up, blossoms up. In the afternoon, it is completely a flower. And as the day turns towards the sunset, it is there again. It starts dwindling. It starts bending. And then finally, by night, it falls back to the earth. This is actual life. This is the actual meaning of life, where it has been explained by just a flower. That means the shower which will make the roses. Shower means rain, drizzle, precipitation. Obviously, because of that, the flower blooms, opens up in that case, and then when it diminishes, or when it dies, or when it falls, or when it goes back into the soil from where it has come. So why should we lament? Why should we feel sad? Why should we feel depressed in that case? So everything is planned, everything comes and goes. You yourself have come onto this earth. As William Shakespeare said, the world is a stage and every human being has to play his or her character in that case. Same way, one person will come, do his role, play his role, enact his role on the earth, and then go away. So when the person comes into this life of ours, we entertain ourselves, we enjoy ourselves, we feel very happy. But when that same person disappears, or when that same flower goes away, or some sort of endemic comes, or epidemic comes, or pandemic comes, all problems do come up here and there. And because of that, we start lamenting. Because of we start feeling sad. Because of we start feeling grieving for such things in that case. Any questions for the last 4 lines? In that case, you can ask me again. Whenever you get time, you can chat with me on my WhatsApp in that way. Now we move on to the next stanza, which is again telling you about how the time moves about in that case. Rapidly, merrily, life's sunny hours flit by. It means rapidly means quickly, in a fast moving manner. Merrily means happily, gratefully, enjoyingly, entertainingly. Life means our human life, or the life of any living creature in that case. Sunny hours, happy hours, where we all enjoy it, obviously flit by very fast. If I give you an example of your own daily periods, like for instance, if you take your English lecture is getting too boring, or not, you are tired, you are not willing to learn something of English. That means that very period, it's of half an hour only, but yet that period seems to be so boring, so standstill, that it goes for, it seems that it's for 2-3 hours. But on the other hand, if that period was for PT, for your physical education, if you had gone down or onto the ground, you go out there and the time passes very, very, very fast. That is happy time, entertaining time, enjoyment time, recreation time. So that's the difference when something happens which makes you feel sad, which makes you grieve for it, or makes you bored in that manner. And that is the case where that particular period goes very slowly and steadily in that case. On the other hand, when it is happy, when it is entertaining, when you are enjoying yourself, that same sunny hours or that same happy period, your merry period or grateful period, your entertaining period passes very, very quickly. Flit by means move very quickly in that case. Gratefully, cheerfully, cheerily enjoy them as they pass, as they fly. That means as the time comes, as you get to close to your lecture, entertaining it. You must enjoy it to the fullest. Leave everything apart. What is there must be done, and to the extreme part of it. You do it to the betterment of the time that is fruitful to you in that case. So these three stanzas, 4-line stanzas are there. I hope you've understood it, and if you yet have doubt, I've given you all the meanings of this particular poem out here. You're most welcome to check it out. Today's lecture I end out here with the first 3 stanzas explanation, and in my next lecture you again sit with your textbook. Again we take the remaining 3 stanzas of the same poem, Life by Charlotte Bronte. Thank you. Jazakallah.